YouTube was popping. It's your homie Greg B. I'm out here chilling. I just got a new smoker for my birthday. Happy birthday to me. It's that old man shit. But I got some steaks on here. I got my I got the thermometer. You know what I'm saying? Monitoring the temperature of the smoker and the temperature of my steak. So I think that shit is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? But that's family man shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just another episode of Let's Talk About It. And today I wanted to talk about the first thing that came to my mind was training. And somebody asked me, a shout out to the homie TRK Gaming, he asked me, how much time do I spend playing the game? And, it really got me thinking about how I go about it. And, with the most recent success that I've had in terms of improving and being able to develop characters quicker, I really started looking at my process, like how I go about learning the characters. And I've been repeating this process and refining it character to character to character. And, I'm at a point now where, I would say 65 to 70% of my time playing the game, I'm spending in the battle hub or I'm in training. I don't spend a lot of time playing in ranked at all, but the return has been so much more because when I do play ranked, my win percentage has increased significantly. Like right now, I've been playing Akuma since Akuma. I've been playing Akuma since the start of the month, so August 1st, maybe a few days before Sagat dropped. And today is the 14th, so it's literally been about 2 weeks. I know already that I can easily hit 1600 MR just at the quality of my gameplay against the players that I'm currently playing against, around the 15 and 1400 range. I'm rattling off win streaks very easy. I think even right now I'm like on a 5 or 6 game win streak. I put like 14 on the board on my way to master, you know what I'm saying? And then I haven't really lost a lot of matches. Like I think maybe I'm at like somewhere between a 65 and a 68% win percentage. It's just a guesstimate, but it's far higher than what my typical range was when I played majority rank, which was closer to 50%. I was really happy if I was over 50%. And I think playing in the battle hub, being able to play a variety of play styles, more than 2 matches really helps. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at a certain point, if you play the game enough, you know what the general strategy is for most of the characters in terms of like what buttons they would use, what those buttons do, what those special moves do, and the frame data for those things. I think the part that is difficult to learn and adapt to is the play styles of the players. It's less about the character. Like everybody can learn these characters, and it's more about the players themselves and being able to adapt to the different play styles. And the battle hub just allows you, whether it's lopsided one way where you're significantly better, or lopsided the other way where they're significantly better than you. It gives you the chance to see that play style multiple times, more than 2 matches, and that gives you a chance to adapt. And I think that's really what is improved in my first to 2 in ranks is my ability to adapt, because I'm playing significantly better people, and sometimes I'm playing significantly lesser skilled people. Either way, when I'm playing people that I'm dominating, I focus on, adapting to whatever adaptations they make. Or if they don't make adaptations, I'm focusing on, refining what's working. How can I be cleaner? How can I not give up more mistakes? How can I not give up any damage? you know. And if they're better than me, I'm not able to get damage. I'm really struggling to open them up, or I'm getting overwhelmed in terms of defense, you know, and I really not even getting a chance to play the game. It's like, okay, if I'm getting overwhelmed, how can I slow them down? Even in one sequence, even if it's just the first sequence. Or, okay, I know I'm struggling on this first sequence, but I know where I'm at after that in terms of spacing. How can I negate the second sequence if they're trying to bully me? You know, sometimes there are players where they're a bit more patient and neutral, where they look for you to make mistakes. Okay, that means you're going to give me opportunities. How can I open you up cleanly without making a mistake or giving away damage? So, you know, really just taking those opportunities in the Battle Hub to play different styles of play, it's been invaluable. And also, another thing that I've started doing recently, if I play somebody and they beat me 10 times in a row, for sure I'm salty. For sure I'm salty because I hate losing. I'm cussing them out and everything. But, okay, the alarm went off. I mean, the stakes are at the correct temperature. You know, I'm going to take a quick break and I'm going to come back to y'all. I got to get these steaks off this grill. You feel me? Hold on. Hey, real quick though, I was just gonna take them off, but when I took them off the smoker, man, I just wanted y'all to see. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that steak there, boy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. We back. But you know, like I was saying, when I've lost to somebody a bunch of times, you know what I'm saying, and I'm super salty, instead of sometimes I go to replays and then I see what I can learn from a replay or two, you know. Like if there's a situation that happened a lot, like what about my play was allowing them to repeat that? What were they doing beforehand that allowed for me to end up in the same situation multiple times? Like if I keep getting hit by the same setup, or if it's a mix-up, like just finding the answer to the mix-up. You know, like if there's a definitive answer to maybe cover a couple options, things like that. And if I'm just getting outright beat, like neutral, all of that type of stuff, I'm losing neutral, I'm losing after the mix-ups, I'm not opening them up, and I go and I look at their replays, and then I try to find a match where they've lost, you know, and then I try to see how that person beat them. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing that allowed them to lose? So that's something I've done as well, where if I'm not able to beat somebody, I'll go through the replays and find somebody that beat them and try to see how they lost, and then kind of see, like, are they varying their play style? You know, at some level, are they the repetitive person and somebody's beating them the way they're beating me? And if so, what can I learn from that? What can I learn from them being beat like that? So, you know, just different stuff, man. Another thing I want to talk about is playing Akuma. Like I said, I've been playing Akuma for about 2 weeks now. I like him. He's pretty strong. It is a pain in the ass with the lower health. You know what I'm saying? I find myself sometimes, you know, you give up a combo or two, and then they do a drive rush extension on that combo. Now you're down to very low health. So that's a bit annoying, especially playing characters like Geef and Marissa, where you can win the entire match and then give up a hit and then guess wrong after that hit, you know, when you gotta wake up and they got their Oki and stuff like that, you guess wrong and then the match is even. It's like I really spent a lot of time chipping away at you only for me to guess wrong twice and lose. So that's been pretty annoying. But you know, Akuma is my third Shoto. So I've played Ken, I've played Ryu. I don't think I've played another Shoto. I think those were the only two for sure. Yeah, I just played Ken and Ryu. So he's my third one, Akuma is, and there are a couple things that I've improved on. So my DPs are significantly better, obviously because this is the third Shoto I've played, and I've worked. There are other characters with DPs as well, and I've worked on that. But there's still a couple times I'm not super consistent on crosscuts. I would say maybe 20%, 25% of the time I'm hitting crosscuts. It's just hard to really key in on when people are jumping over. Like there are a couple different times, where people like to try to jump over you and go for cross-ups. Like some people's play style even is to just go for cross-ups. Like they walk backwards until you walk forward, and as soon as you walk forward, they go for the cross-up. And that's been one I've really been struggling with. It's just random. You don't know, so I've been trying to be more aware of when people are attempting to cross up so I can counter that more often consistently with the cross up, or with the cross cut, I should say. I do like his fireballs. Some of his gimmicks that I struggled with are not as strong as what I thought. Like, like the Demon Raid shit, it works on lower level. The higher up you go, though, the less useful it really is. You have to be more calculated in how you go about using it. It's not as free as what I thought. But I still got a lot to go. Like, I haven't really found a way to abuse some of the plus situations you get from, like, the Demon Chop, I guess you would call it, where he comes down with the overhead. And then when he does the foot, like the dive kick, spacing that properly so you can be plus. It's a little difficult. I haven't figured that part out yet, but I think once I get that, that'll give me an opportunity to kind of get some plus frames and get offense going a different way, because dive kicks are hard to deal with in general. So if you can figure out a way to get those in there every once in a while and get some plus frames, it's just hard because when you space it wrong, you're minus, which means it's their turn, and you're in throw range. So sometimes you'd be like -3 in throw range. It's just not the place to be with, -3 in throw range is super fucking useless. And you're probably gonna take a throw at the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is you guess wrong and you take even more damage. Like, what else I like about Akuma? His combo routes. I'm getting closer to optimizing those and really getting like higher damage on a consistent basis. I've been struggling with finding like spacing traps and stuff like that as well. He got a couple like obvious ones. His standing medium punch is super fucking short. It's not a lot of range on that, so I really been struggling with like finding a range for standing medium punch outside of like combo use. You know what I'm saying? Same for his standing medium kick. It hits like a knee. Forward medium kick is a bit better. It's more like a poke and you can just use it. But standing medium kick it's a little bit different. So I've been kind of learning how to use those. I think once I can use those better, I'll drive rush medium punch is pretty strong. Very strong actually. Or not drive rush medium punch, drive rush light punch is a very strong tool. His standing light kick is pretty strong as well. I like that. I'm still kind of learning how to use forward heavy punch, and I'm trying to learn how to punish counter with the adamant fist, because I can see you get a lot of extra damage if you can punish counter with adamant fist in some situations. So trying to be aware of that has been something that I've been working on too. But it's only been 2 weeks, and even with all of those things I know I need to work on, I'm still just, I'm winning matches based off of neutral, and just being a better player fundamentally. And I think that comes from knowing a lot of the characters, because I played a lot of the cast, and again, that process that I talked about earlier. Like, I don't spend a lot of time playing rank. I spend more time learning matchups and learning how to handle play styles, and learning how to handle play styles kind of translates, depending on your defensive options. If you have a character with DPs and fireballs, there are certain things you can do. If you have characters that don't have DPs and they have like level 1 reversals that are invulnerable, you know what I'm saying? So, how often you need to tech? Are you delay teching? Should you be delay teching? What type of things things can you impose on your knockdowns depending upon the character and their play style? When to shimmy, what shimmy to use? Am I jump shimmy? Am I walk shimmy? Yeah, stuff like that. Lights versus mediums, medium versus heavies, with punishing, things like that. A lot of that is more about the character or more about the person you're playing than the character you're playing. It's identifying their play style and, really paying attention to what they're doing and not just trying to do things and hope that they work. Gathering information and then building on that to be successful. I think it matters. But I learned a lot of that from playing extended sets inside the Battle Hub and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. I'm gonna get back to this grill. I just put some wings on here. Y'all didn't see that part, but after I took the steaks off, I put some wings on. So I'm gonna smoke a couple wings, and enjoy these steaks, and have a good night. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. It's your homie Greg B signing out. Peace.